What up, though? This Prophet Mocmoud, represent all the cast-offs worldwide. You don't know what a cast-off is. A cast-off is being who you are, even when it's unpopular, when your thoughts and what you stand for is different in the crowd. You are a cast-off, and this is episode 2 of OneUs television. And I'm going to always start it off with a quote or a statement, and today I'm going to keep it simple like I did on episode 1, and it is just get started. Get started. Not overthinking. Not procrastinating, not waiting for the approval of people, but just get started. It was this analogy in Will Smith book. Will Smith said his dad had them build a brick wall, and they kept looking at this big brick wall, thinking about how hard it's gonna be. And their dad said, no, don't think about the wall. You take one brick and you lay it down perfectly as possible. Then you get another brick and lay it down. Just get started. Lay the first brick. And that's my message to y'all. Take the first brick and get started. And it's another story from Will Smith book that meant a lot to me. And it is when Will Smith rap career kind of failed. He moved to LA flat broke. And he had met somebody named Benny Medina, who was the writer of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And so he had Will Smith come meet Quincy Jones at Quincy Jones' birthday party. And he asked him to read the script. And Will like, well, I haven't prepared or I haven't did all that. And Quincy Jones said, right now, the execs of NBC right there, the lawyer, everybody who you need to make this show happen is right in this room. And Will, no, I need to do this. And Quincy Jones said, everything great that happened in my life and in life period always happened with a quick decision. No paralysis from analysis. And what he was telling Will is, while you sitting there analyzing stuff, you are paralyzed. And he said, you could tell these people, okay, next week. And then next week, he might not be available. He might not be available. Then it'll be another week. And then we wait a month. Then a month turned into a year and we ain't got nothing done. And Will Smith made that decision. I'm going to do it right there. And Will Smith is now probably the highest grossing movie star ever. But if he had waited till tomorrow or overthought it and didn't do it, we would know him as just parents just don't understand, a rapper we never heard from again. And so a lot of times we just had to take that step. And look at me, about to make a short story long. And it's another analogy, man. I get this from scripture. It's a part in the Bible where Jesus was walking on the water to the disciples, right? And Peter was like, let me walk on water to you. And at that moment, he just walked out on faith and he walked on water for a little bit. Then the wind started blowing. He started thinking, he got scared and he sunk. But he would never been able to walk on water if he didn't just get started and just get out the boat. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times we wait for the opinion of people and they'll talk us right out of it. Or we waiting for help and they just stringing us along. They ain't gonna really help you. And we waiting for the right amount of money that probably would never come. We waiting for the right time that probably would never come. And we never get started. And we look and be like, damn, somebody else less talented, or that's my idea. And now we sitting hating just because we ain't have enough nuts to get started. And so my whole thing is, short story long, goodness gracious, I'm still on the first part. It's just get started. Sorry about that. I made a short story super long. All right, so question for the world. Somebody asked me, what do I think about Dr. King and Dr. King Day? Dr. King Day has passed, but we are still in January, so this is Dr. King month. We celebrate Dr. King all month. Whether I agree with his philosophy or not, Dr. King was so powerful. I respect any man who stand on something, believe in something, and will give his life for it, will give his freedom for it, risk his freedom and his life for his dream and what he believed in. And the man had God in his life. He put God in his life and he put God in his movement. God was a part of it. He followed God. He followed his vision and what God put in his heart. And when you do that, when you put God in it, man, you could do the impossible. And he did the impossible. He come from racist, segregated Georgia. And guess what? In racist America, who enslaved his people, segregated his people, his day, it's a national holiday named after this black man. You can't tell me you cannot do that without God, bro. You, as a black man, you know what I'm saying? He did the impossible. He did the impossible. And that shows you with God in it, you could do anything. If it's anything you stand on and you believe in it and you willing to give your life, you willing to give your freedom, you willing to sacrifice your time, your reputation, everything for what you believe in, and you put God in it, you could do anything, man. And that man did the impossible. How can you not respect that? Whether you believe we should have integrated or we should have separated and follow Elijah Muhammad or whatever, whether you believe you hit me, I'm whooping your ass. Man, that man did the impossible, bro. And so that's my thoughts on Dr. King, man. When you put God in it, bro, and you really have that faith in God, it make you fearless. And for you to stand on what you believe in and give your life, your freedom for it. Because too many times, I say 99% of people, bro, they'll believe in something, they'll care about something, but they'll be like, somebody need to do something. They'll shift the responsibility to somebody else because they don't want to give their life for it. They don't want to give their freedom for it. They don't want to lose their reputation for it. So they'll try to shift that responsibility on somebody else and sit back and criticize what somebody else doing wrong or what somebody else should be doing. But they ain't going to put their life, their freedom, their reputation on the line. So they just sit back and just talk. And so that's what I don't respect. Those are weak weasels who went away for real. And so Dr. King, man, that's what Dr. King mean to me. That's what Dr. King they mean to me. And I take my son down to the museum on Auburn Avenue, the Dr. King Museum. I take him down there much as I can. And so that's what Dr. King means to me. And that's the question from around the world. So let me answer these quick questions because I done went way over time. These supposed to be like 5 to 8 minutes. My last one went too long and I'm probably at that already. But somebody asked me, man, these come from the group. What do I prefer, a cat or a dog? Easily a dog. Easily a dog. Easily a dog. I do not like cats. Ugh, cats give me the creeps. Cats give me the creeps, but dogs could be like having another kid, bro. And so, but I prefer a dog. Dog could protect your house. Well, maybe you really want a dog. I was watching something, and I usually only watch shows like that, but it was a long time ago when I would dibble and dabble in it. But it was a serial killer, and he was on the side of these people's house, and the dog started barking, the lights came on, and that's how the serial killer got caught. And ever since then, I always wanted a dog. You know, I still ain't got a dog. My son begged for a dog every day, but I want a German Shepherd because I love wolves. So I want something kind of similar to a wolf, a German Shepherd or a Husky, but I'm a dog guy. What job would you prefer? A job to make $100 an hour that you hate or a job to make $25 an hour that you love? I know a lot of y'all gonna say they'd rather make $25 for the job you love, but give me $100 for the job I hate. $100 an hour, that is what? Okay, so 8 hours, that's 800 a day. What's 8 times 5? That's $4,500 a week. That could change your life. You could stack that money for a whole year at that job you hate. Just go deal with it and free yourself from that job. $25 an hour, that's not gonna change your life. It really ain't no real up, like it's not, especially how the price of living has gone up and you're gonna be stuck at that job. And it's like how high rent and stuff is right there, you really can't make yourself financial free. And you might be, you know, I can't say what work for you. I'm telling you how I'm thinking, my mindset. $100 an hour, I could plan my escape from that job and invest over here enough, you know. And I know, invest your money, but not a lot of people are talking about invest and never invested anything because investments go wrong. And when you start a business, 99% of the time you're gonna lose. Or if you is gonna make some money, it's gonna take probably 2-3 years to see a profit in a lot of business, majority of business and stuff like that. It's just a lot of stuff. And so I would take that $100 an hour and build and stack, and then you could free yourself from that job and make yourself financially free. So I just put up with something I don't like for $100 an hour. All right, next question is, what 3 apps in your smartphone would you keep if you had to delete all of them? One I would have to say is Google Maps. You know, I'm not from Atlanta, and so I'm driving everywhere, don't know where I'm going. Atlanta is big, man. Atlanta, like, is made up of so many different cities. I live in Lawrenceville, which is a city of its own. Duluth is a city of its own. College Park is it's just big and spread it out. You never know where you're going. And then I used to get lost in Toledo, bro. And so I'm not good with directions. I could drive the same way a million times, still won't remember where I'm going. So Google Maps will be one. I would say YouTube, but I could just go. I don't need an app to go on YouTube. Oh, but a smartphone, you still had to have an app, so you had to go on Safari. Damn. I love YouTube, man. You know, I get a lot of information from YouTube. I listen to a lot of speakers. I listen to all my sermons, all my pastors. I learned a lot of information. So I will say YouTube. And then I would say Instagram. That's where the majority of my audience is at, is Instagram. So I say, but I love Audible, man. I'm an Audible junkie. I love Audible books, man. I love Audible, bro. Damn. But I would have to say Instagram, YouTube, and Google Maps. You know, a lot of people are like, what about the Bible app? I just read a regular Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have an app for that. Damn. I like Audible though, but let me see. There I go, going on too long. My bad, y'all. Let me keep it going. All right, let me tell you about the story to tell. I'm living in Atlanta now, but I did live in Atlanta once before, from 05 or 07 to 2010. And so it's this club, I want to say, in East Point. It might be popular now. I don't go to clubs anymore. But this, like, when it had kind of first opened, it's called Central Station. But then it became a real big club. But I remember when it first opened. It's over there by the East Point train station, I want to say. And so I was there with a guy who I had met him at this. I used to perform a lot through open mics. And, you know, Indianapolis in the Midwest, that's like 4 hours from Toledo. So, you know, when you somewhere else and somebody from the Midwest, you know, y'all kind of speak the same and kind of same culture. So y'all kind of connect. And so we had went out. And he had took his brother. His brother had just got married, but his wife had be like, go ahead, go have fun in Atlanta. Then we going to go get married, then go on our honeymoon. So I guess he was coming to get all the bullshit out of his system, right? So we go to Central Station, and now Central Station ended up being a packed club. But like, this is the early stage. Ain't too many people in there yet. And it was a huge club, right? And so it was this girl in there with this red dress. I'm talking about, she was super tall, slim. She was bad. She out there doing splits, twerking and like all kind of stuff, right? And so I want everybody to talk to her. Like, I used to get rejected so much and stuff like that. You know, Atlanta, they putting up with Lambos and Ferraris and stuff like that. I wasn't balling, nothing like that. And so she looked like she was that type of girl. Like, you know, in different cities, you competing with the neighborhood drug, the neighborhood gangsters. In Atlanta, you competing with all the Falcons, the Hawks, all the top rappers, the actors, all kind of shit in Atlanta. So, you know, like, it's different. And so if a girl who's pretty, she didn't probably fuck Jeezy, T.I., or Gucci, or Trey Young, or, you know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's levels to when you're in a major city like that. And so, my homeboy brother, he danced with her. We like, oh, they on the floor. Man, I look at him, man, they done tongue kissing and stuff like that, man. I don't know what happened, man. I guess he done lift her leg up with that red skirt. All I just see is he hit her. Boom! I have never looked. Man, I'm from Belmont Avenue, boy. This tooth right here been knocked out. I've been stabbed up. Everything you could imagine, everything you could imagine that happened to me or happened around me or what happened to the other side of the, like, it's just, I have never seen a man really punch a woman like that. And I didn't grow up in a domestic violence household. All my friends is gangsters, man. We don't beat up women. And all of us is fighters, man. We fight men and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We frontline soldiers. And so I don't have women beater friends around me. And if they do, I don't know. I don't think so. But no, man, none of my friends don't hit women. None of my close relatives don't beat up girls. None of that stuff like that. I have never seen a woman get punched like that, man. He punched her so hard, bro. She fall on the ground, right? I'm like, damn. Man, he stand over and stomping her head. So now, like, her head, boom, boom, hitting the ground, like, she going in, like, boom, boom, like a basketball, like, it's like, boom, boom, boom. And so the girl laid out with her red dress. Man, why this lady had some balls hanging out and a fucking dick hanging out. Like meat, like I said, what the, that's a man, boy. Like, that's why he over here tongue kissing. Man, I said, man, you done made that man gay. You ain't even let that man have a choice, man. That man gotta look in the mirror and cry every day, man. And so I'm like, oh my God, man, the man, I thought it was a girl. I'm feeling sorry for it. He laid out, dick hanging, balls hanging out, laid out. Man, I see death in that nigga eyes. I'm not grabbing him. He ain't about to turn around and sock me. So he crying, man. He crying stuff. He crying and shit. Like, and so, man, they done pulled him out the club, man. He mad, bro. This man is a school teacher, bro. Going to school for his master's, about to get married to his high school sweetheart, bro. You done kissed the man, bro. Man, you done had this man leg around you, man. This man had a dick. So, man, he done went to the car, bro. Why he didn't go get his gun, bro? Man, they grabbed him. I'm not grabbing him. They grabbed, pow, shot that went off in the air. Man, now the police done grabbed this man, man. The man was so mad, he was about to come shoot this dude, man. He done let off a shot, bro. A school teacher, bro. And so he ended up going to jail. I never know what happened. I really ain't see dude, like he stopped doing open mics and everything. And like we lost contact. I ended up moving back to Toledo. And like I always wonder what happened to dude, bro. Like, damn, man, dude probably did about 5 years behind that. And so in Atlanta, man, like, you gotta be careful because it's a lot of times, like, you know, like I'm just strolling, I'm hitting like and shit on pictures. I just see like, come find some man, like unlike, like what the fuck, like I done feel gay. Oh shit, like oh shit, like unlike so fast and shit. Like oh, hold on, I ain't see that. But man, you know, but that was one of the craziest stories, the craziest thing I had ever saw, man. But man, well, I guess it wasn't no girl, so I guess I still never seen a girl get punched like that by a man. So, man, I'm glad I was scared to talk to her. I'm glad I thought she was. I'm glad I thought she was out of my league. Shit, I'd probably been over there doing the same thing, crying and shit. Oh, God. Crying every day. Like, damn, let me choose if I want to be gay or not. Shit. Man. Well, I'm going to lose a lot of followers behind that story. Might delete my YouTube behind that shit. All right, let me get up out of here, man. I done went way over. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how much time it is. I done way over, but I'm going to end it with, don't let people talk out of what God put in your heart. For real. Do not let people talk out of what God put in your heart. Man, God gave you a vision. And people could see what you see in the physical, but they can't see what you see because a vision is spiritual. It is spiritual, but too many times we start asking people opinion and they can't see what you see. And so they don't see it and they'll talk you right out of it, for real. And so when you have that vision and when you know it's something that you should be doing, man, just get started. Like I said in the beginning, just get started and don't let people talk it what God put in your heart. And I'm out of here. One love, one us. Prophet Mocmoud, OneUs TV episode 2. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, and turn the notifications on so y'all can stay updated. For sure.